Hey everybody, Steve here. I am the visionary author of the EVOREALM series, a series of superhero fiction novels. I have four out, well, three novels and a novella. If you love superheroes and comic books, and you just want to read a really good action-packed story, check out my books. The description will have the link to those. But you are here today for the author commentary. I've written a short story. It's called Countdown to Oblivion. And spoiler alert, I will be telling you how I wrote it, why I wrote it, my thought process. So if you haven't read this yet, it's a short story. It'll take you a few minutes to read, but it'll be a fun few minutes. If you want, pause this video. In the description is a link to the story, Countdown to Oblivion. Click it. It'll take you to the story. You read the story, you come back, and then I'll explain why I did what I did. All right. From here on out, it's all spoilers, so you have been warned. I love telling stories in unique ways, and there are books out there that do this in big ways. There are books that are more puzzle than story. I mean, you read the story, but you have to figure stuff out. I mean, there's all kinds of crazy books out there and stories. I wanted to try my hand at something like that, but I didn't want to go too crazy. I just wanted to kind of dip my toe. So I wrote a short story. And my unique format that I chose to work with is to have every chapter, the word count is half of the previous. So the first chapter or first part of this short story is 512 words. The second chapter or part of this story is 256 words. Yeah, I have a little cheat sheet here. It shrinks down to 128, then to 64, all the way down to the last chapter where you get one word. Now, this was really fun. It was a fun experiment. It was a fun challenge to figure out how to write a story like this, because you knew the last chapter has one word. How do you start it? You only have a limited amount of space to use. You have, like I said, first chapter, 512 words. So you have to start the story off. You have to kick it off, explain to the reader what's going on, what's happening in that first chapter, in those 512 words, because the next chapter, you're only going to have half the time to tell a story. And then chapter 3, half of that. So it gets very difficult to get all the information you want to get to the reader only using a certain amount of words. You have to be very particular about what words you want to use, how you want to use them. You have to balance describing a scene versus just, what the character's thinking, what's going on. Everything has to be balanced just right. I think I did a very good job. Now, this is just on my site. It's not printed out. But if I did print it out, the back of the book has a little blurb. Here's what the blurb would be. He thought he had time. He thought he could fix it. But the ship is shutting down, and time is running out. What happens when it reaches zero? That was my movie guy voice. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, it's a countdown. A countdown happens as you read the story. You realize he doesn't have all the time in the world to take care of the problem. And instead of writing chapter 1 or part 1, I did something I thought was kind of witty, kind of unique, kind of fun. Above every chapter or part, I put this countdown, a little power time, little power gauge that counts down, letting you know things are slowly dying. I thought that was unique. But you let me know. Have you guys read this? If you did read this, I really appreciate it. If there are any writers out there watching this, you realize how easy you have it, how easy we have it. When we're writing just a regular book, you have all the time in the world. You have all the words you want to write. There's nothing stopping you from using as many words as you want. When you do something like this, you know you only have a certain amount of words. So you have to make all those words count. As a reader, I hope you found it fun, entertaining. I hope there was a little panic or dread, as you went through it. Maybe not as much as I would like. Again, you only have so many words to get that point across. So I just wanted to write a fun story. I wanted to let you guys in on it. I want everyone to enjoy this. That's why it's free. It's on the website, no charge. At the bottom of the story is a link. If you enjoyed this story and you do want to read my other books, just click the link. It takes you to the author website on Amazon, and you can look at my other books if you're into the superhero stuff. If there's any other short stories written in unique formats that you'd like to see me try, nothing too crazy. Like I have a day job. I got to balance the writing and day job and family. So, a fun, quirky, unique writing style that you'd like to see me try, leave it in the comments. I will look them over and give one a shot. And when I do, I will write the story. I will make another video like this, and I will give that person absolute credit, both in the video and in the story. Thanks again, guys, for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you found any kind of value in it, please like, subscribe, share this with your friends, share the story with your friends. And that's all I got.